From the heart of Philadelphia, this is CBS News Philadelphia. Right now, at 6 o'clock this morning, a wild situation in South Philly. A shooting leads to a chase and a wrong way crash on the Schuylkill Expressway. Surprise settlement reached. Details on the deal between Fox News and Dominion Voting Systems. And not sure every day to call animal control at a time like this. An alligator gets wrangled up in a basement. It is now 6 a.m. on your hump day Wednesday as we finally made it to my second favorite day of the work week. It is April 19th, 2023. Glad to have you with us, everybody. I'm William White Jr. Let's get a check on the next weather forecast with meteorologist Kate Bilo, my aunt, and then my other aunt, Chandler Lutz, has traffic after that.
But we do still have an elevated fire yesterday in New Jersey. There is a higher risk of spread today thanks to a gusty breeze and once again very low relative humidity. Let's talk about the chill though. You're waking up this morning to 30s, Allentown, Reading, and Lancaster. It's 42 in Philadelphia. Right at freezing in Millville. It's 34 degrees in Atlantic City. This is why we always say wait until Mother's Day to start your planting, to put any flowers or plants out on the front porch, because you are going to be dealing with some patchy frost on mornings like this. But today looks great. 67 degrees, a chilly morning, a mild afternoon, 67 at the shore, 64 in the Lehigh Valley, lots of sun all across the area, and we're about 15 minutes away from sunrise. It's going to be a great day. It's warming up later this week. I'll tell you when we hit the 80s once again. I know Chandler's ready to break out the shorts and the tank top to be up later on this week. Yep, flip-flops are ready to go, but not today. It's a little chilly, you know that. All right, let's talk about the roadways, folks. The good news is we have reopened the Schuylkill Expressway. As I mentioned, we were closed overnight in South Philadelphia for a shooting scene and police activity. We'll have an update on that more in a moment. But for right now, talking about the roadways, traffic is moving. You're good to go on the Schuylkill westbound, eastbound. Starting to see a bit of a delay as you make your way by Spring Garden and into the city. Vine actually looking good starting off for 6 o'clock in the morning. No major delays. Again, Schuylkill reopened from Passyunk Ave to University this morning. But over in Bass River, we are still following closures due to the wildfires there. Now, 542 has reopened. We were closed. They had that roadway closed yesterday. They reopened that, but the roadways around it, including Old Church Road and River Road, still remain closed. Elsewhere in the Garden State Parkway, there's some overnight construction actually in this area, right at the new Granite Tolls. And we'll stay in Burlington County here, New Jersey Turnpike northbound, right near Burlington Mount Holly Road. We have one lane blocked for overnight road work. That's it.
Thank you, Auntie Chandler. Breaking overnight, a man is in critical condition after a wild chase happened in South Philadelphia. My sister, Jasmine Payute, is joining us live right near the 76 Schuylkill Expressway with the very latest on what's going on. Good morning, Jasmine. Take it away.
Intersection along this interstate. Police say it happened around 3 o'clock this morning. Two cars, two people in one and the other were chasing each other, driving eastbound on the westbound lanes on 76. At one point, shots were fired. Police say at least 18 spent shell casings were fired from a semi-automatic weapon and found on the scene. They also located a 27-year-old shot in the neck and the back seat. He could not move. He was paralyzed at the time. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Now, this scene, of course, shut down 76 for hours. We spoke with police who say this all could have been much worse. The tow truck driver was amazed there was no other auto accidents because these vehicles were traveling at a high rate of speed, could be chasing each other, going the wrong way on I-76. So this could have been a lot worse. That tow truck driver, as well as another person who was in one of the vehicles, are serving as witnesses. We're told right now as police work to find out more details about what led up to this chase turned shooting here that shut down 76 this morning. As we get more information about this, we will continue to keep you updated.
That's quite a scene right there. Glad it is reopened. Thank you, Jasmine. Dominion Voting Systems agreed to settle a huge case with Fox News, and they seek over $1 billion. It's one of the biggest I've ever seen in any case in the history. My Aunt Jan has the latest details, with the very latest, as she is broadcasting live from my future studio, CBS News Philadelphia at 15th and Cattle Hill. What's the latest there, Aunt Jan?
Truthful reporting in the media is essential for democracy. The CEO of Dominion Voting Systems says the nearly $800 million settlement of its defamation suit against Fox News is historic. Today's settlement of $787,500,000 represents vindication and accountability. Lies have consequences. Opening arguments in the trial were set to begin yesterday in Wilmington. Instead, the judge announced the parties have resolved the case. Dominion originally sought $1.6 billion, arguing that Fox News knew the claims of election fraud by their guests and some hosts were false, but aired them anyway, damaging the company. Court records in the lead up to the settlement included internal communications showing that Fox hosts and executives doubted claims of election fraud. In a statement yesterday, the network acknowledged that the court found some of Fox's claims against Dominion to be false. A settlement that avoids a trial on allegations for at least Fox appears to be over. That may be true for Fox's case with Dominion, but the network is still facing a similar defamation suit from another voting system firm, Smartmatic. Smartmatic is seeking $2.7 billion, and experts believe that case could also end in settlement.
To be continued about that news story about Fox News. Thank you, Aunt Jan. Appreciate it. Happening today, there's going to be some detention hearings for an Air National Guardsman. He was accused of making those documents that were leaking, highly classified. So, with that being said, all that took place on February 28th, 2023. Let's just hope he doesn't do anything like this again. And the Supreme Court is going to make an abortion despite the fact that it's going to be decided. So keep your keen eyes to the sky on that. 6:08 right now. The National Park Service is trying to figure out how to clean up the mess as graffiti was being used in a statue. We're being told that somebody used a magic marker on one of the statues known as Robert Morris. He was the financial dude of the American Revolution. So we're being told also that the Park Service says they used lasers, chemicals, along with everything else to get the graffiti off. But it didn't work for some time. A live look at Wildwood, New Jersey to start off Wednesday. It looks very nice down there. Look at that roller coaster right there. Holy cow. I'm afraid of being on a roller coaster. Trust me, I know. Now here's my Aunt Kate with another check on the forecast. Go ahead and take it away.
In a while, 35 degrees in Town, 34 degrees in Atlantic City, 39 in Wilmington right now. These are likely our morning lows. We tend to hit them on a normal day just right ahead of sunrise, and that's where we are right now, about 5 minutes away from sunup. So definitely will want the coats this morning. But once the sun comes up and really starts beating down, we are going to warm up nicely. So bundle up this morning with a sunny, beautiful afternoon. 80s in the forecast Thursday through Saturday. The nicest day of that warm stretch, I think, is Thursday. Friday is a little on the hotter side, but still nice and sunny. And it is a split weekend, a half and half weekend, as a cold front slices the weekend almost exactly in half. Cloud and radar, not much going on here, but with the breeze and the low humidity, we do have another red flag warning or fire weather warning for New Jersey this afternoon. And even though winds are not going to be as strong as yesterday, some gusts could reach the 20 to 25 mile per hour mark, and that is strong enough to add to some wildfire spread. So please be extra safe out there today, even in areas that aren't in the warning zone. So Philadelphia, Delaware, still seeing conditions with the breeze and the low relative humidity that could lead to wildfire spread. 67 degrees, the high today, lots of sun, seasonably warm, and tonight will be chilly but not as cold as last night. 46 degrees overnight. Tomorrow we start our warm up back to the 80s, warm and sunny. It's a beautiful.
Thank you, Auntie Kate. Coming up on CBS News Philadelphia, the latest on a Kansas City, Missouri shooting. We'll also have this as part of our top story. A tiny intruder was at the White House. We'll explain when we come back to CBS News Philadelphia at 6 o'clock.